I'm Captain Don. In 3 minutes and 37 seconds, I'm going to be trying to work SO-121 Hades D. It was launched in November of 2023. I think it became active in December of 2023. And it's like 0.48 watts output. I worked it a couple nights ago and made 2 QSOs on it. I don't know if anybody's going to be on the bird, but I'm going to try it. Figured I'd start a couple minutes earlier in case anybody had some questions. Don't see anybody in the live yet. If anybody pops in or if they're in there and it's just not showing, say hi in the chat. I was playing around with the color settings on my UV390 HT earlier today, and I somehow set the text and the background to gray, so when I turned on my radio night mode, I could not see any of the menus. So I actually had to go back in with my computer and change the color scheme and get it to work. So I don't know, I'm probably not gonna leave it like this, but oops, I just keyed it up. That's the coloring I got right now. The satellite's going to 31 degrees. From southeast to north. Howdy, viewer. Say hi and let me know who you are. We got 1 minute and 55 seconds before SO-121 rises. It's a very, very weak wattage satellite. I made 2 QSOs on it the other night. It puts out 0.48 watts. So I don't know if anybody's going to be working it tonight, but I'm going to give it a shot. I see there's still one viewer and nothing in the chat. In about a minute, I'm not going to be looking at the screen too much because I'm going to be trying to work the bird. Evening, Mark. I'm going to try SO-21 again. It's only 0.48 watts, so I don't think you'll hit it with your vertical. But you can always try and listen and see. If it's a clear sky, you might actually hear it. So I'm going to head out and hook up the radio, and because we got 42 seconds. 42! And I don't need to do nothing to this. I need to hook up my antenna. All right, 20 seconds before it rises. KE8 RPW. Yeah, it's rising in 10 seconds here, so I'm going to start trying to work it and see what happens. I think I'm already seeing it on my screen. Pretty interesting. I think it is. See, if you watch that little purple bar, let me see if I can get it to show. I move it away from where it's at, it drops down. I move it up close, pops back up. I don't expect to hear it till halfway about. Switch arms. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. There, I just heard it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Makes a little squawk noise every 40 seconds, and I just heard it. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. There it goes again. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. There it goes again. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Straight to the east now. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Man, it's hard to find. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango Echo November 82. I'm not hearing the squawk anymore. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Whiskey 8 Charlie Papa Tango, Echo November 82. Alright, I'm going to call that a negative contact. Not too many people know about that satellite, so I'm assuming that's why I didn't hear anybody. I don't know if you could hear on my phone or not from my live, but every once in a while you hear a kind of sound. And that was a satellite giving out a beacon or something. And it shuts it down for 10 seconds. And then it's on for 40 seconds. Then it does that beep noise for 10 seconds, and then it shuts it down for, for 10 seconds, then you can talk for 40 seconds. So, nobody else was probably working it, I'm thinking, because I did have it. Oh, did ya? Cool, Dave. I seen your little copper pipe yeah, you know what I mean. Why can't I think of that word? Forget it. Contraption. There we go. Wow, that was terrible. Yeah, I just tried to work SO-121. I was hearing the little beacon or whatever it is that it puts out every 40 seconds, but I don't think anybody was working it. When I worked it the other night, I knew Rob was going to be on it, and then N2FYA ended up being on it too. Oh, sweet. Did you use it? Is it a tape measure one, or how'd you make it? Coat hangers. All right. Cool. I don't know. Let me look at my I don't think there's any satellites that are active tonight, actually. I think there was a PO-101 at like 3 in the morning. 8 foot by inch, 1 by 2. Oh no. You'll have to do a video when you activate with that and show how it's working. So that little short video you put on, was that when you actually made the QSO with me on the ISS? When you said you had to see what the other station was and listen to the recording? Alright, so we got UVSat AO91, SO-121 again at 14 degrees, and then PO-101 at 8:09. That's what, 3:09 a.m.? Oh, no, yeah, and then 9:43 UTC. So, yeah, there's really not much tonight. I'm waiting to see your answer. Was that... Hey, how you doing, Paul? Yeah, that was me. Do you still have that recording? Because I was live on KO4 PDI stream, and every time I made a QSO, he was talking, and I'm pretty sure I got a lot of my... I don't know how many times you heard me, but I was wondering if your recording was better than his live. And how you doing, Paul? I just tried to work SO-121 and nobody was on it. I think because I did hear it a couple times, so I was on it. It's a really weak satellite though, 0.48 watts output. Facebook. What do you? I think you're saying Facebook. I'm not sure why you're saying that though. Yeah, it's a neat little satellite. I worked at it for the first time the other night, and Rob, Whiskey Zero Charlie Yankee Charlie, was on it. So okay. I don't know if there's any way you still have that recording and could email it to me or something. I noticed you don't have an email on QRZ. Is there any way you can add one? I mean, my email's capdonmcjr@gmail.com, but it's CAPT, Charlie Alpha Papa Tango, and then my first name, Don, and then MCJR, so Mike, Charlie, Juliet, Romeo, capdonmcjr@gmail.com. If not, no big deal. Oh, okay. Okay. I get people that send me emails with cards, and I don't care if they send it to me. I got so much junk going to that email. I really should change it and start a new one, but I've had it for years, and a lot of people know it, and I just don't want to shut it down. I guess I should change though. Yeah, there's no more satellites really to work tonight. I'm kind of bummed because I used to work midnight shift, so I'm up all night, even though I don't really want to be now. I'm retired and I want to kind of get on a day shift schedule. Oh, you actually got the shuttle years ago? Yeah, I haven't been a ham. I just became a ham operator in last year in February, I think, maybe late January. But that would have been really cool if I would have started ham radio sooner and got to make contact with the shuttle. I was really interested in the whole shuttle program. I watched almost every launch. It was really neat. I did make 4 QSOs already though with Woody Holberg last year on the ISS. That was kind of neat. I haven't been on when any of the other ones jumped on since then though. But yeah, working these little satellites are neat, man. And it is crazy, Dave. You got to record it. That's kind of why I do these lives. I use the recording afterwards and listen to my contacts and write them down. Especially the way I'm doing it, holding the Yagi in one hand and the radio in the other, and um, there's no way I could log. But I'm interested to see this antenna you made, Dave, and do a video when you use it. I wanna see that video. That'd be cool. I bought store bought ones. I thought about making my own, and then I ordered tubing, aluminum tubing, and it ended up being a lot smaller than what I thought it was, and I just finally gave up and ordered Arrow. Well, thanks. Yeah, I jumped into it feet first, man, head first, whatever way you're supposed to say it. I've done All Star, then DMR, then FT8. I do a lot of HF. I've activated probably 10 POTAs so far. I think I've got over 5,000 QSOs total. 900 and some, 940 probably now, satellite QSOs. But I looked on Logbook of the World today, and only like 346 of them are confirmed. But that's just because of the way the logging is. A Logbook of the World tells you to log split, and then all the other logging programs you can't log split. You just log the transmit channel. You have ham's antenna set for 30-degree elevation. Yeah, the logging is terrible. I did a couple of videos trying to tell everybody, if you log just the transmit frequency and then you put satellite propagation in the name of the satellite and the mode FM, you can send it from any of the log programs to Logbook of the World and it'll confirm there. So I don't know why everybody isn't just following that, because it works everywhere. But there's still some diehards that say, "Oh, I only care about Logbook of the World, and I'm logging it split." And that's probably why I have so few confirmed compared to how many I've actually had, because I don't log it unless I know I made a solid contact. So, well, it depends on your location, Dave. So I'm in Michigan. I'm at 640 degrees elevation. I work mostly at my house and at my parents' house. I'm at my parents' house visiting now. And I got trees all around me. I got one-story and two-story houses all around me. And I work them at 14. I mean, I start hearing the ISS at 3 degrees. I won't actually start working it till about 8 or 10, but I can get in 8 to 10 degrees. I am currently in Sterling Heights. My home is up near Port Huron, a little township called Columbus. Where are you at? I'm sure you're in Michigan. Well, you might be in Ohio, but KE8. Richmond, Illinois. Okay. And David, I'm not sure where you're at, but oh, you're by Mount Pleasant. Okay, cool, Rick. KE8 Delta Oscar Oscar. I don't think I've made any QSOs with you. I would have probably remembered Delta Oscar Oscar. South Carolina. So you're probably in the mountains, huh? Are you up high, or are you down in a valley or something? My cigarette went out. Ugh. Because if you're up high, I would do 10 degrees. So you're about the same as me. So yeah, like I said, I started hearing the ISS at 3 degrees, um, with trees all around me. In most directions I look, there's trees I got to go through. And I started working it at 10 degrees. But I'm pointing my arrow antenna right at it. So if you have the ability to move it in elevation up and down, I would start at 10 degrees and then follow it right to 0, because sometimes it's at 0 and I still hear it and I still make QSOs. It's strange how it works. I think like the propagation for 2 meter and 70 centimeters, with the I think the propagation just does weird things sometimes. Yep. Yeah, I got to do some more videos at my house. I got even more trees at my house. I could go out in my field by my pond and have less trees, but and then there's Eric there, WADAP. He runs the Comet Magnum mount 2x4 with 20-watt mobile, and he's made a ton of contacts on ISS above 20 degrees. So that's with the vertical antenna, and I use that once in a while too. I'm kind of getting spoiled with this arrow antenna. All right, yeah. If you have any questions, Rick, look me up on QRZ. Email me. If you have an all-star node, I have a hub. Nobody really uses it. I made it for satellite hams to talk. It's 615120. Lower birds from the cow pastures. Okay. Yeah. You should hit them at 10 degrees. If not, for sure 15. I wouldn't just say all above 30. If you're using a directional antenna, you're good from 10 to 0 on the pass. Hip to peanut. I don't know what that means. So I guess I'm not hip. If you want to explain, that's cool. But uh, but no, you'll get it. It gets addicting. I mean, I know you're in a POTA. Rob was telling me you're in a POTA, and what's neat is you could make some POTA contacts every time that a certain couple satellites go by. Add them to your POTA. Yeah, I do a little bit of the contesting. I don't mind it, but it gets busy. And then when I'm trying to do POTA and there's contests on, it gets annoying. But no, I do some contesting too. I just don't do a lot of it. So yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna ask again about the hip to peanut because I have no idea what that meant. Yeah, I do FT8 too, but I'd rather talk on HF than do the digital. But I do it. I've made contacts all over. Oh, okay, that's one I've never heard of. I'll have to check it out. Peanut. Yeah, I get on HF quite a bit, quite a bit. I'll sit a lot of times it's 2 in the morning too. I'm up late and I hear a lot of I got what Russia the other night. I got Greece. I got the Olympics special event for station. Oh, digital links to repeaters. Okay, so it's kind of like Echo Link. Peanut, huh? I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that one. Contacts with Simon Woohoo. Who's that? I don't have it. The lights are on. Look. This truck sucks for lighting. Look, back there they're on. Up here they're on. There's just no light in this place, man. And the worst thing is I need it to hit the center of my center console, and it doesn't. I don't know who designed the lights in this Chevy truck, but it sucks. All right, I'll have to check it out, Paul. I haven't heard of that one. Eric, did you catch that? Something called Peanut that's new? See, I built a hybrid receive NVIS transmit ground loop this spring. 577 feet rectangle hooked to a 4-to-1 balun. It receives really well, but it can transmit NVIS also. Ah, okay, cool. I've got a lot of property, and I thought about making a huge long wire antenna that literally goes like 1,000 or more feet. But it would probably just be a receive antenna because I don't know if you could transmit with it. But I got some stuff I could play around with for sure. I've got a lot. I've got what 8 acres. Most of it's woods though. There's probably 2 acres of it that's kind of open. Oh wow, that's awesome. Papa Alpha 7 Lima India Mike. David wrote it. Okay, I'm gonna check it out when I end this live. Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I just subscribed to your channel, Dave. I gotta look through some of your videos and stuff. I haven't had time. Yesterday I ended up on that live feed with KO4PDI. I thought I was just gonna chat by typing, and he wanted me to go live, and I was like, "Oh, okay." and uh, and then I worked that satellite. I don't think I worked any satellites off it after that, but yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you know what's been going on with that. He actually did another live today. He had a coax unhooked or something, that he didn't know about. It came unhooked. So he made like 5 QSOs on the 530 pass. But for an almost 80-degree pass, I don't think he was hearing as well as he should. So I think he still got... he put up that 12-foot, 70-centimeter antenna that he got from somebody. And if I'm not mistaken, that's when his that's when his QSOs got worse. But I don't know for sure because I don't know when he put it on. He needs to go back to that other smaller Yagi, I think. But we'll see. I mean, I left him a message on that video saying I think he should be receiving a lot better than that. And hopefully he investigates that because... Yeah, but didn't he used to do better, Eric, like last year? I mean, when I used to watch his lives like last year, at least the people are stronger. If you watch the one where he fixed it today, I mean, that looked like a 70-degree pass, and he was not hearing him very strong. And hi, Eric, by the way. I just tried SO-121, and nobody was on it. I heard it, but the little beacon noise it makes, or APRS or whatever, but I didn't hear anybody talking. Yeah, I have a G90 that I started off with that only does 20 watts, and I did pretty well on that. But now I got a FT 710. Well, that's another thing about his rotor. I thought I was looking at it right, and if I was, the satellite was still at like 30 degrees, and it looked like it was pointing down toward the ocean. So I'm wondering if he's not updating his caps or something. I don't know. Something didn't look right though. I use the ISS Detector Pro app on the Android to let me know when the satellites are coming on by, and then I'll use my phone and I'm doing it now and you can't see me, and I'll map out where it's going in the sky, and I'll say, okay, that telephone pole rises at that tree over there is quarter, that telephone pole's middle, and then that pine tree back there is 3/4, and then it sets straight back to the east, and that's how I kind of line it up. Yeah, that's what I use. And then my radio actually shows where it's at for... I guess I could show you that real quick. I don't know if you were on here when I was actually working the bird earlier when I started this live. So my radio actually shows where it's at on the pass. I mean, it's hard to see now because that dot is, where it's at, where it rises at. Let me find one that's going higher in the sky. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Here's PO 101, 37 degrees. So that dot will move when it's actually above me, and then I know when it's quarter, half, and this is Open GD77 firmware on a TYT UV390. Look up Open GD77 firmware. It tracks the Doppler automatically. If you got an aero antenna, you could put that on a Retevis RT3S, a Bofing DM1701, I think, and then the UV390. Alright, Dave says, be right back. I'll go make a short of my junk antenna. Oh, a short video. Alright, I'm probably going to jump off of here. I mean, I guess I could stay if anybody's got more questions. I don't mind shooting the shit. I don't know if I can say it out here, but yeah, I kind of want to see that antenna. You're calling it a junk antenna, and I bet you're going to be like booming out the contacts on the ISS. Because if you got anything decent that you're pointing at the ISS, it works pretty well. Did you say you have the OpenGD 77, Rick? Because this chat's so slow. Okay, the Woshan. You can't put this OpenGD 77 firmware, so you're following the frequencies then. The OpenGD 77 firmware. If you put that on there, it's got a satellite thing that shows you tracks the Doppler for you. You don't have to change frequency at all. I mean, I got it on my 9600 too, my mobile radio. I'll show you. I'll show you that too. It's the same, um, except my camera won't. Okay, so this is the TIT MD 9600. You go to the satellite mode. It shows you all the satellites. Let's go to one that's 37 degrees, PO101 at 943 UTC. So it shows you maximum elevation 37 degrees, and it shows you it rises here and it sets over there. So then it's also got this screen, says it's voice, and it tracks the Doppler. I don't know if it changes at all. Yeah, see, it just changed. It's actually tracking a Doppler even right now, so you don't have to change frequencies. It's pretty neat. Eric uses that with his vertical on his car, and I use it on my HT, and I have it on here, but I'm spoiled. I like that arrow antenna. I get so much better receive with it. Yeah, it's pretty neat. And I don't know if you were listening earlier, but you could put it on a TYT UV390 or a Tevis RT3S and a Bofang DM1701. So you said you have all Bofangs. If you got a DM1701, yeah, it has DMR too. Matter of fact, a lot of people probably put it on their radios for the DMR part of it, but it's got a really cool satellite program too. Where am I from, dear? I am from Michigan. Where are you from? Anyway, Dubai. I'm not sure where that is. I should know. I'm a ham radio operator and I make contacts all over the world. It's familiar. Yeah, that's probably when it is for me too. I probably won't hit the first couple passes, but later on in the afternoon, I'll probably hit them. Eric, are you still on here? Oh, India. Okay. Okay. Pretty far away. Are you a ham radio operator? All right, Eric. How's it going out there in Hawaii? Anything new going on? Congrats on the was it all the grids that you got on satellite? All the US grids? That's just amazing. No, no, they can't put the you can't put the OpenGD 77 firmware on the Anytone 878. I have that radio too. That's a really good radio though. It's got great battery power. Oh, you're only halfway for all the grids? What did you get then? Worked all states? Yeah, you won't. You probably won't. Well, you could get them all with green tube or green cube. I say green tube. That's funny. He went into retirement, so he doesn't work POTA for Hawaii no more. Worked all states from Hawaii and Wisconsin. Okay, cool. Oh, okay. All right. So then you won't be in Hawaii no more. Bummer. Well, you could do it. Are you going back to Wisconsin? You could do it from there. I don't know if I'll ever get it. That just seems like a huge feat. They got somebody, yeah, the French. Correct me if I'm wrong, Eric, but I think AMSAT France is running it now. Oh, okay. So you're getting moved with your military to a different base. Okay, Italy. Okay, so Italy took it over. So yeah, it's still being controlled. Sometimes it's off, I guess, unless people just aren't receiving it and they say it's off. I haven't tried to work it too much. I got to get my 15 element 70 centimeter Yagi going to work it. Oh, it's broke again? Bomber. Western Union fax machine. Oh, okay, solar flares. There's been a lot of solar flares. I got space weather on my phone, an app now, and it shows me every time we have solar flares and stuff. It's just amazing how many there's been. I don't know if there's always been that many because I just started the app like maybe a month ago, but there's a lot. Huh. So anyway, all right, I am gonna end this now though. Yeah, I hope they do get better this fall. They should. This I'm guessing the sun will be further away from the Earth, or it'll be turned where all the solar flares aren't facing Earth. The fax burned paper smoked like me. Ah, that's a good one. Yeah, I gotta quit smoking. I just once you start the habit, it's hard to. I quit for 6 months when my health issues started, um, and it didn't help what was going on at all. So I started up again. Should have just quit then and been done with it. But anyway, thanks for joining. I appreciate you guys coming in here and chatting with me. I wish I would have had a successful um, pass and then made a contact there, but it's not a very well-known satellite. It's not easy to hit, so I don't know how many people are actually working it. So anyway, thanks for coming in here. Well, good for you, man. I wish I could quit smoking. It's all right. Cool, Rick. Sounds good. Yeah, if you're doing POTA this weekend, I'm gonna be at a lark in the park on Saturday, and I'll definitely look for you and hunt you. All right, 73s, everybody, and I'll look up. Is it Peanut? You said 73, but I think you're talking about Peanut. All right, cool, Eric. I'll look for you too if it's on Saturday. But then again, I only have my radio out from probably like noon till 4 p.m. my Michigan time. But anyway, I'll look for both of you for sure. I'm not sure where they go. I check all of them though. You'll find them. Just look on the POTA page. Check all of them. Let's look for their call signs. All right, cool. I'll catch you later. Thanks for watching Amateur Radio with WATBT. I am Captain Don saying 73.